Hey, it's Doug Lazy. We're backstage at our best concert ever at Cesar Chavez Park with the one and only Michael Franti, ladies and gentlemen.
It's awesome to be out here, man. What an incredible vibe.
I am so happy that you're here, Michael. So, Sacramento, I heard a rumor now that your mama lives in Davis.
My mom's right over there. Like, in the camera, you'd see her. She's lived in Davis I grew up there. And she's still there in the same house. There was 5 kids, my mom and dad, 7 of us. She's in a house built for 7 people by herself now.
Yeah.
So, it's great to see her out here.
That's awesome. So when you come to Sac, it's kind of like coming home a little bit.
It's definitely like coming home because in all my years of touring, I've never played in Davis, ever. And we've played in Sac, we played in Grass Valley, we played up at the casino north of here, we played in all kinds of venues around here. We never actually played in Davis, so we're looking forward to putting something together where we can finally go and play there. But this is the next best thing.
And I'm sure there's folks from Davis here,
there's tons of them
tonight. So it's so good. What's like your favorite memory about Sacramento since you grew up around the area?
I'll tell you, right a few blocks from here was where I went to my very first concert ever, and it was the Commodores. Lionel Richie came up playing 3 Times a Lady with a white grand piano, and I was hooked on music then. And also I used to go watch wrestling there. And Sacramento, I just love the summers. I mean, a lot of people feel like the heat is just unbearable. As a kid, we would go from pool to river to wherever there was water. We'd play basketball in the evening and get all hot, and then jump again into the water wherever we were. And then there's great ice cream, And so,
who's your favorite? Gunther's?
I don't even know because I haven't been here to know what's down. We should just go to Baskin Robbins.
It'll do one on a summer day, man. It's hot. That is so cool that your mom lives here, that like you're local, man. I love that. Now I read a quote about you because you got a big concert coming up this weekend, right?
Yes.
And so there was a quote that says, Michael Franti believes that there is a great battle taking place in the world today between cynicism and optimism. So why is it so important for you just to prove to people, man, that there's still good people out there in the world?
The thing is for me is like, it's really not necessarily proving to other people, it's proving it to myself every day. Because I'm one of those people, I wake up and I read the news and I get so bummed out and I feel like, man, is our world really that bad? And then I get out and I meet people every day who are just doing little things to make, billions of people's lives better, and I'm reminded that there is good in the world and that all of us have that good in us, and despite whatever you might think or read about politically that's happening out there, when you sit down and you break bread with somebody one-on-one, sit down and have a beer with somebody and talk to somebody, you realize that we have so much more in common than we do that divides us. And so I really want to be somebody who steers the conversation in that direction. There's other people steering it the other way. I'm going to steer it back that way.
Well, man, just everybody coming together tonight for the American Cancer Society, and
really
you being here, volunteering your time, man. Like everybody, I was out on stage earlier. We were passing out those pink blinky lights out there, and I said, "You guys ready for Michael Franti?" Like, did you hear it? Because you were backstage.
I heard
people were going crazy, man. So everybody's here. It's all for a common cause. So I feel like there's so much love here tonight at this park. And I got to tell you something, man. Like everyone, like I've been talking to everybody individually backstage and stuff, and they're like, "You have to go say hi to Michael Franti. He's just like a breath of fresh air."
Nice, man.
And it is,
man.
Thank you, bro. What is it like to just have people walk away from meeting you? They're like, that was cool. Because there's so many celebrities, so many people on your level. When you walk away from meeting them, you're just like, whoa. Those rumors was true. Like,
when I first started in music, I was a doorman at a nightclub. And I would see all the bands come in there all the time, 5, 6, 7 bands a week. And I noticed the bands that were kind to me, that took the time to say hello, to say thank you when they left the place, they were the bands that came back year after year after year. And even when the promoter at the club, it was the Kennel Club in San Francisco, even when the promoter there maybe would have lost money on that, he'd go, you know what, that band was really cool. Let's give them another shot next year when they come back around. And those were the bands who built that fan base because they worked hard and were nice to people, And I believe that we have a T-shirt on our tour now that says "Work hard and be nice to people," and that's really that. You can read the Bible, the Quran, Buddha, whatever. You can practice yoga, anything. All of them just come down to that. Work hard and be kind to other people.
100%, man. Now, I heard a story, and I want you to tell this story because I won't do it justice. I just thought it was one of the most beautiful things I ever heard, that you stopped wearing shoes about 20 years ago. And so, like, if you, Sarah, can you push the camera down a little bit? You can see he's barefoot right now. He's sitting out here at the park, you know. And the reason you did it was something that was so, like, I was like.
Well, I started traveling in countries where people couldn't afford to wear shoes, and I would try to play soccer with some kids, and my feet were so tender I couldn't even take 3 steps. So I decided to go on a shoe fast for 3 days just to see what it was like, you know, like what would it be like to not afford to have shoes. And after 3 days, I went to a week and a month and a year and 10 years, 20 years now, and I started partnering with an organization called Soles for Souls that brings shoes to people. Like right now they're bringing shoes to the Bahamas. So and they started after Hurricane Katrina. So we work with them. We do shoe collections at some of our shows. We also started a nonprofit, my wife and I, called Do It for the Love. And we bring people with advanced stages of life-threatening illness, children and adults with special needs, and wounded veterans to see any live concert by any artist anywhere in the world. So some people just write to us, they say, my sister has stage 4 breast cancer. She's always wanted to go see Jonas Brothers. My son is just come back from Afghanistan. He'd love to go see Metallica. My brother-in-law just is going through has an autistic child. They want to go see Drake, and we get him to see any concert by any artist. And right after we started that,
it's like such a good person.
We started it because my wife is an emergency room nurse. And right after we started it, my mother-in-law developed breast cancer, and my middle son developed a rare form of kidney disease, and he needs a new kidney. And so we became one of those families. And that's why we're here tonight, you know, is to recognize that cancer is a family disease. When one person gets it, the whole family has to rally around that person and to show that support. And I talked to probably a dozen families here who either have family members who have cancer right now or who passed away recently. And they told me the same thing, which is that music is something that helps to get them through those most challenging moments in their lives. And that's why I love all forms of music. It doesn't matter what genre. I just believe that music is something that feeds our soul. And so thank you for doing this. Dude, and we just feel blessed to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And he's got to go jump on stage here in just a minute. But let me just tell you guys, he has been out, and he's been, like, he's a huge, like, music, you're a huge star, man, you know? And you don't see like huge stars going out mingling with the crowd, talking to everybody, checking in with families and stuff like that. Like it's a breath of fresh air. Everybody who's told me about that, bro, is absolutely 100% correct.
Nice.
Michael, what do you want to tell your fans right here in California and Sacramento?
Well, I think the main thing is my wife and I have a inscription on our wedding rings. It's be your best, serve the greater good, and rock out wherever you are. You know, and that's it. It's like always try to find something new that's in your life. It'll challenge you to become better as a person, and then use those talents that you've earned or developed or been blessed with to serve and give back to the community that you're from, your family, your country, the planet, and then rock out wherever you are. Is never lose that enthusiasm for life that you feel when you went to your first concert. And you know, right now is a challenging time. I want to encourage everybody to vote also. Make sure you vote, it's important. And whatever political party, whatever, those things don't matter to me. What matters is that every single person has a chance to be heard, to express their values, and to be able to find middle ground, find places that we can build on. So,
absolutely. Man, Michael Franti.
Thank
you so much, bro. Thank you so much. You guys, he's got to go jump on stage, but we're going to have lots and lots of video and stuff on our Instagram. Michael on stage tonight. Best concert ever.
Best concert ever!
He's about to rock the stage. Thank you so much, Michael. Man. Go have a killer show.
Thank you,
we're backstage right now, Cesar Chavez Park, now 100.5.
Peace.
Dude,